South Florida Stacker here, and today we're continuing our Silver Stacking 101 series by going over the gold standard, well, should I say silver standard, of modern day bullion stacking. That's right, the American Silver Eagle. But first, and as always, we have to thank the channel sponsors. Prestige Metals Group. They're a refinery located down in Florida, and they're a complete one-stop shop for all your refining needs, and pay the absolute top dollar for your scrap gold and silver. Along with them, I'd also like to thank Gold Society. That's GLDSOCIETY.com. They're a great online resource for anyone who's looking to purchase large amounts of pure, refined silver and gold for the lowest premiums possible. Links for both in the description down below. And now, we'd like to start today's video on just a little bit of background on the American Silver Eagle. First began being minted back in 1986. It's actually the official silver bullion of the United States government. It's made up of 1 ounce of pure silver, and it actually has a face value of $1. So theoretically, you could take 2 or 3 of these down to your local Circle K and pick up a bag of chips or a Coke with them. Now, this coin design is actually based off of the walking half Liberty dollar, manufactured in the first half of the 20th century. And along with just the standard bullion, they do manufacture proofs, uncirculated, and other special editions throughout the years. But however, in today's videos, we're going to be mostly talking just the bullion aspect and in terms of our market and investments. Now, the American Silver Eagle, when it comes to premiums, is a little all over the place. And as you guys know, the 2 biggest things that we down here at South Florida Stacking really kind of harp on is what's the most silver you could get for the lowest premium, and then also what's the liquidity of that silver. And today we're going to be discussing both those aspects with the American Silver Eagle and why it actually should be probably one of your 4 main cornerstones of your silver stack. Now, the premium on them is going to always be tough because on top of the volatility of the silver market in general, whether that's the actual price of silver or whether there's a supply and demand issue, the American Silver Eagle seems to almost amplify that. It depends on who exactly you're going to and then also the time of year basically. But I've seen these in a normal setting, the premiums be anywhere from $7 to $10 for a brand new silver bullion American Silver Eagle, all the way up to $15-$20. And so that's where you really have to be vigilant on who and where you're purchasing these from. There are some dealers who think that they demand that high of a premium. I'm not in agreement with them. However, everyone's allowed to put up for sale and ask whatever they want for it. And if people buy it, people buy it. With the American Silver Eagles, also you have to keep in mind is, in terms of the premium, is they are a minted coin. So they did make different quantities throughout the years. For instance, prior to 2007, they were only making between 5 and 10 million of these a year. Post 2007, they've been making between 20 and 40 million a year. So that alone, to a lot of people will automatically add a higher premium to ones minted prior to 2000 or prior to 2007. This one, for instance, is minted in 2006. I have another one here, minted a decade prior, 1996. So in that aspect, some people do believe they carry a higher premium. I'm not necessarily in that boat. I'm more of in the boat where if I can get my hands on American Silver Eagles, no matter the years, and if I can get a good premium for them, then I'm going to purchase them. I did just so happen to be lucky on these 2006 ones. They, like I said, theoretically could have carried a higher premium, but I managed to get them dang near closest spot, and that's just from hunting deals all day, essentially on the internet. Now, I know what you're thinking. So what should you be paying for them? Ideally, with the American Silver Eagles, I'd say if you can pick them up anywhere under $5 to $6 per ounce, you're doing pretty good. I've seen them as low as $3.50. Fairly commonly, it's a pretty common sale I've seen online where they're 350 over spot per ounce. Traditionally though, on most websites you'll see they're usually hovering between $7 and $10 over spot per ounce. But like I said, if you can get them under $5-6 an ounce, as for a premium, you're doing pretty dang good in my book. And obviously, if you can get close to spot or even under spot, then that's even better at that point. Now, the second aspect to the American Silver Eagle and why we stack it is the liquidity. Now, last week we went over the Buffalo Silver round, and although more of those are in existence just because it's a non-minted coin, so every refinery in the world basically has their own version of it, the American Silver Eagle is minted by the US government. And that automatically gives it more value in terms of trust and recognizability. Just as the US dollar is the standard currency basically throughout the world, because of that, the American Silver Eagle is one of the most recognizable and common silver bullion in the world. And this is what makes it carry that slightly higher premium adverse to something like a Buffalo round where it's $1.50, $2 an ounce premium, where this, like we said, is in the neighborhood of $5-6 an ounce premium. And that adds to it. However, with these, what's nice is if you do go to your local coin shop or whatever dealer you use or anything like that, and then you do want to sell them, you will get over spot for them. Now, how much over spot for them? It's going to unfortunately range widely, and that's because of things we talked about prior to where the supply and demand issues, whether that's with the price of silver or if it's just American Silver Eagles in general, it fluctuates so much, and it gets amplified with the American Silver Eagles. So if there's even the slightest supply constraint and demand goes up a little bit, American Silver Eagles are always the first and most affected by the price, whether that's increasing the premium or lowering it. So that's why with these, they're not necessarily, I would say, the best to consistently purchase. That'd be something I do with the Buffalo round. So for instance, if you're buying 5 ounces of silver a month, you might want to invest that into the Buffalo rounds as versus to the American Silver Eagles, depending on the time of year or the price of it. Like I said, right now you could easily find American Silver Eagles for under $5 an ounce premium, under $6 an ounce premium. You just kind of have to hunt and find them. Same thing with the silver Buffalo rounds. You can find them very consistently under $2 an ounce premium. And whenever you can find that, then go ahead and purchase some American Silver Eagles. But let's say in 6 months, the market's different. American Silver Eagles are now $8, $9, $10 over spot premium. But hey, those silver Buffalo rounds are still only $2.50, $3 over spot premium because there's some kind of shortage of silver. Then yeah, let's stay away from the American Silver Eagles and let's keep purchasing some of those Buffalo Silver rounds. And so that's just my quick 1-2 with the American Silver Eagle. Like I said, it is a great piece. I think it should be one of the 4 cornerstones of your silver stack. However, you just really have to make sure you trust where you're going to purchase these and that you don't overpay the premium, because these are the number one coins that I see where people charge outrageous premiums and people end up paying them when they shouldn't have to. Because like I said, these are great coins if you get them under $5 to $6 per ounce as the premium. And now that, obviously, if you're looking for something specific, I know some people have collections of them. Some people want, uncirculated of every year. That's a completely different story. We're only talking the silver bullion American Silver Eagles and stacking as much of them as we possibly can. Well, thanks for tuning into the video, guys. I'm sure it was a little bit longer than expected, but I hope you guys got a lot of good information on them, a lot of good information on the pricing, and hopefully, like I said, together we can sculpt and create the perfect silver bullion stack. And like I said, with with my views and my 4 pillars, we're going to be able to do a pretty dang good silver stack. So please like and subscribe. Leave down in the comments the next bullion or round or coin you guys would like to go. You guys would like for me to go over. I'll be putting out one of these videos at minimum every week, and then hopefully throwing in an extra video or two, throughout the week. But as for every Monday, you guys can always expect to see a video here. South Florida Stacker out.